Hello, welcome back to my channel. So this is my week one check-in. So I've unstuffed the money from my purse and I had £10 in spending, which I spent, so I've got nothing left. Had £10 in household, which I've got left. £10 in toiletries, which I've got left. £20 in travel, and I've got £2.30 left in miscellaneous. So that is £42.30. So I'm going to restuff my purse for next week. So let's just take the money out of there. So because I've decided to start doing my cash on a 5-weekly basis, it's going to spread out a bit from month to month, just the way that it's going to work. So yeah, it might get a wee bit confusing, but we'll keep track of where we are. So groceries at the moment I'm doing digitally because I'm doing jam donut vouchers. Bailey, he's not getting any money, he doesn't need anything, he's just got all his Easter sheets and that, so he used his Easter money he saved for that. So I'm going to put £10 of my spending money into spending, put £10 aside to go into challenges, £10 into household, £10 into toiletries, £20 into travel. Now I might need to use that this week because I might need to get a taxi home from work on Thursday night because my mum's going out and the guy who normally gives me a lift when my mum's either working or can't take me home is on annual leave, so I might need to spend some of that this week. And I'm going to put £5 into the miscellaneous envelope, so that is my purse all stuffed for the week. Money's checked in, so I have got £50 here, which I'm going to put into these two challenges and finish them off. So that is the Studio Sweetie Mix. So that's going to get £30, and then that finishes that one off. So this should have saved £170. So we're just going to pop that back in there for now. And then we're going to finish Sweet Little Moon, which is also going to get £20. So that's saved £50. So that definitely has the £50. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop this little challenge in here, and I'm going to pop my Little Moon Budgets envelope back into my challenge binder. So I've put in a couple of new challenges in here, one for 16 jars and one for rock, paper, scissors, which I'm going to be doing towards saving towards my sinking funds, along with whatever's in the Little Moon Budgets envelope. And I'm going to continue as with these three going into the debt repayment. So what I think I'm going to do now is I've got 3 challenges to reallocate for sinking funds, so I think I'll actually maybe just put this one in this envelope as well. And I've also got the rolling match from the Rockin' Witch, which I finished the last time. So that's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 220 in rolling match. 50 in Sweet Little Moon, which is 270. And then we've got 280, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, £440 in total to reallocate into sinking funds. So the question is, where do we put this money? So put them to the side. I've got £2.30 in change, which I'm going to just put the £2 coins in my pounds jar. So that is going to be that. So that should be just under £20 I've got in my pounds jar. And 30 pence. Oh, I've scored off 30. So you know what, I'll just do 23 and 7. And that'll go into my penny challenge. This is quite a slow burner because I don't really get that much change at the moment because I'm not really spending that much of my cash. So I'd kind of thought about some of it. So I'm not sure if I'll definitely keep to this, what I've written out, but I'm just gonna... So I've got £50 in the bank towards little Maddie's birthday. That's in June, so I'm going to order her stuff soon, but I'll probably put a wee bit more into that because I'm going to get her a big paddling pool for the garden, and I'm going to get her some treats from the doggy bakery, so that won't be quite enough. So what I'll do is I'll probably add a wee bit more to that at some point, but I'll probably just wait till I get paid next month because I've got a pay rise, so I should have a wee bit of a bigger wage. I've got £50 in my brother. I think I'm going to leave him there because that'll be enough to get my voucher for something or other. So the next one I was working on is for my grand's birthday. I just do like close family birthdays, so I only really save for my mum, my 2 brothers, my grandparents and the dogs. Which I know sounds stupid to a lot of people, but obviously I've got my dog Bailey and my mum's 2 dogs, so I get for them. Next year I am going to add my brother's partner into here because they are getting married next year, so I am going to start saving for her as well, which I've never really done before, but I'm going to start. So I'm going to put another £50 into here. And then I think I'm going to call that one fully funded at £100. So what I might do is I'll just take that 10 out, and what I'll do is I'll just take the 20s. So that's the May birthdays fully funded. So I'm going to move on to my oldest brother. This is the one that's getting married. And his birthday's on the 3rd of July, so I'm going to put £50 in here for now. I'll probably leave it at £50, but we'll see. But that is that, so that's possibly done. And then the next one will be my mum. She's the 15th of July, then I'm the 9th of August. So I'm saving up some money for my birthday as well, but I'm doing that with a challenge. I'm going to colour another one of these cakes in because I put £10 into one of my other colleagues' birthday collection. Again, I'm not actually saving money in this envelope, not at the moment anyway. Next year I might, but this year I'm just tracking on the tracker what we've put. So yeah, so far we've had so many birthdays. So then the next one after my birthday is my granddad in November, and then that's the last one, and then we're back to Bailey, who is my little cavalier, as everybody who watches this channel knows, spoiled rotten, and his birthday's getting saved for in his binder with the challenge as well. So yeah, so that was £100 into birthdays. Then I'm going to go into my long-term savings binder. And I'm going to put £50 into my emergency fund. Just because, yep, saving for your emergency fund is pretty important. And I'm hoping to get this up to £1,000 by the end of the year, which I know is obviously not going to work, just keeping saving £50 a month. But once I'm finished Christmas, I'm hoping to put a little bit extra into here and just build it up. So I was going to put £30 into the wedding. Again, I'm saving for my brother's wedding, which is September 2026. But you know that's going to come around pretty quickly. And yeah, so I'm just going to do this tracker first, see how long it takes me, see how I get on, and then possibly so that's where we are there. So I'm going to take this 5 out of here and I'm going to put a 20 in there, because I said I was going to put £15 into saving towards the garden bin permit that we have to pay for. And again, this challenge will probably save more than I need, saving £5 per icon, but what I'll do is I'll just keep saving and I'll just roll it over so that I'm kind of a wee bit ahead. So like, I'll finish this, so I'll have saved 30, 60, 70, so that'll be £75. So like what I'll do is, so when I get my permit next year, I'll use that, and then what I've got left over, I'll roll over for the next year, and then I'll do the tracker again, so I'm always ahead. I think that's all I'm going to put into here just now. All these ones here, they're not going to be starting until next year, although they're in here anyway. So these are really the only ones I'm going to be focusing on here. So we'll put that back. I'm going to go into this annual binder. And I'm going to put £50 into the challenge I'm doing, go towards something for my birthday. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 130 so far in there. So there is 4 icons left on this, so I reckon it'll be 120 and 310s, which is another 50. So that'll probably save about £180. And then I will just put that towards something else. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. That's going into Christmas. And that is the Christmas savings finished. I'm just going to pop it in the top of here rather than putting it in all the envelopes just now, because we're going to unstuff this soon. Because what we're going to do is we'll unstuff it, we'll count it all up, and then we're going to, well, once we get money for cash stuffing for the next lot of cash stuffing, we're going to change up the denominations and whip all the 5s out of here, probably some of the 10s, and just because obviously you know how difficult £5 are to get, but that is £1,000 saved for Christmas gifts for the family. Hopefully I won't spend all that, but you never know, sometimes go a wee bit overboard at Christmas time, but yeah, so what doesn't get spent could get rolled over into other things, or even as a potential start for next Christmas. But that is my Christmas present fund done. And then I've got my binder over here, which I'm not starting yet, but I'm gonna be using for saving towards like Christmas food shop and other bits and bobs. So that leaves me £50 left to put into challenges. Or do I have a wee look in my sinking funds binder and see if there's anything in here I want to stuff first? And then I've got my wee Bailey charm on my sinking funds binder. Do you know what? I actually borrowed £20 out of here, so do you know what? I'm actually going to put that back into there. Got £30 in health, that's fine. I've got £40 in dentist. I've got £50 in opticians. I'll put another 10 in because I'm going to need to get to the optician probably sometime soon. I actually need to unstuff books because I've actually spent £20 in books, so I'll just unstuff that. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to put any more into there, so what I might do is I might just do something on here. So I've got £30 left, so I think I'll actually do a 20 and a 10 envelope on here. Just because it then means that I'm getting closer to getting this done. So this is a 35 envelope challenge I got in an advent calendar from Budget with Ida, but I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before. But this saves £300, which is a good amount, which can then again be fed into savings. So that is the check-in for week 1 of April cash wise, although I know we're like quite far into the month and I am a few days late doing my check-in just because I did intend to do it Saturday or Sunday night, but I was just totally exhausted after work. It was a really busy weekend, and yeah, so it was manic. And then obviously 12-hour shifts, and we were short-staffed as well, so that didn't help. So I was just absolutely exhausted. But anyway, so that's why I'm so late doing my check-in. But so that's it now done. So yeah, finished Christmas, reallocated the sinking funds challenges, so we're ready to start some new challenges next week for going towards the sinking funds. We're still continuing the big challenges towards the debt repayments, and obviously at the moment we've got 1,100 in this envelope, and then we've also got some placeholders in there which represent some money in the debt repayment fund as well, because I think I've said before I need to save about 1,700 to make the last couple of payments of the debt management plan that would carry forward into next year, so that I can pay that off before the end of 2025. So that's what I'm saving for here. And then I've also got an overdraft on my bank account, which I'm going to save up enough to cover as well. And I'm going to cancel my overdraft. Yeah, so that I don't, you know, go into it anymore and don't get charges and stuff on that. So that is my plans. We're still aiming for debt free by the end of 2025, and also at the same time trying to build up some savings. And then obviously we have got our Christmas savings here. So although I've saved up for the present fund, gift fund for the family, I'm saving up for Bailey's gifts in here. I'm going to do whole flip to go towards my Christmas food shop. So I'm going to start that come the beginning of June, and I'm going to try and do at least one flip of that a week, and maybe do it twice, which I know is probably going to save up maybe a wee bit more than what you would expect for a Christmas food shop, but I'm just going to have it there. I'm not going to skimp on the Christmas food shop because I'm going to be off this year, so it means Christmas dinner will be at my house. I will be cooking Christmas dinner, and yeah, I just want to get some treats and stuff for the family and just, you know, make it nice. Get some treats for the dogs as well. I'm going to do this one from Scotch Highlander on a budget, which saves £150, and just to save £150, and I'm just going to use that, you know, for if I see something that I want to buy for myself. If I don't spend it, I don't spend it, but it's just nice to have that bit of money there, and you can think, you know, or see a bottle of perfume you want, or something you want, and you could just go and buy it guilt-free because you've got some money saved up. I'm going to do Snow is Rolling by Studio Budget, which saves £232, but I think I'm actually going to change this, take out the 2, 3 and 4 and just make it 5, 10, 15 for them all. So it'll probably save a bit more than that. I'm still going to do it, you know, with the 2 dice and the roll it, but so what I'll do is, like, so if I get like say 6 and 3, and that is the, well, that is a 15, so I'll save a 15, but like if I get, say, a 5 and a 3, which says it's a 2, I'll save 5 for that as well. Just shows that it's like not putting coins and stuff into it, and I'm saving that for a trip to Glasgow. I'm going to go Christmas shopping in about maybe November. Might see if my gran wants to come, might just go myself, I don't know yet. I'll just see, you know, stay over for a couple of nights and just, yeah, just, you know, get out of Dundee for a bit and just, so that's what that's for. Where's Rudolph now? I need to fix this. I need to put more scratch off stickers on it, but the scratch off stickers went all weird and started sticking to my envelope, and then that stuck, and then when I peeled it off, they were all coming off, so I just scratched the remnants off. So I'm going to put the scratch off stickers on. I'll need to find my scratch off stickers actually and cover this so that I can do this properly. But I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use this just for Christmas cards, gift wrap, gift bags, just miscellaneous items for Christmas. I think £100 should be enough for that. And then I'm going to do the Rocking Witches Christmas Rolling Match Edition, and I'm going to do that towards saving for my advent calendars. And again, I'm going to try and do this a couple of times just because I can never decide what advent calendar I want. And you know, last year I ended up buying like 5. I bought All a Budget with Iris, and I bought both Studio Budget lanes, so because I couldn't decide what ones I wanted. So yeah, so I'm going to try and save up a fair bit towards advent calendars as well, just because I know that I'm going to want. And then I'm going to get some vinyl for these envelopes here. Excuse me, I'm tired today. And I'm going to, once I've obviously completed the challenges, I'll take them out, and I'm just going to put all the money in here. And when I go out shopping, I'm just going to take my binder with me, and I'll just shop. But then obviously some of the money I'll probably have to put into the bank as well for buying stuff online and that as well. But yeah, that's kind of my plan. So sorry for the bit of a ramble, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time, which will probably be for my unstuff of week 2 and restuff for week 3 of April cash wise. But by this time we'll be kind of approaching the end of April, because I get paid on the 7th as well. My budget kind of runs from like the 7th to the 7th, although like some of the bills start, it's just weird. But anyway, so that's that, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing with me through all the rambling. Bye.